Today's Thursday, so we talk about success for Scrum Masters. We've been sharing success stories here on the podcast since 2015, so there's a lot to learn. But wouldn't you like to learn from people with decades of experience? Well, don't worry, we've got you covered. The Scrum Master Toolbox podcast launched Tips from the Trenches, the Scrum Master edition audiobook. That's version 2 now out. There are 13 audio interviews, 3 hours of audio with Scrum Masters that have decades of experience. We've got Mike Cohn, Linda Rising, Lisa Crispin, Christopher Avery, Emily Weber, myself, your podcast host, Yves Hanul, the editor of the original Tips from the Trenches ebook, also available with the audiobook. Altogether, 13 super experienced Scrum Masters. To learn more, visit bit.ly/audiotips2. That's bit.ly/AUDIOTIPS and the numeral 2 at the end, all lowercase, all one word. So one more time, that's bit.ly/audiotips2 to learn more. And now, on to today's show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Success Thursday this week with Stefania Marinelli. Hi, Stefania. Welcome back.
Hello. Welcome.
So, Stefania, on Thursdays, we like to dive into, what success is and what does it mean to find that success for Scrum Masters. But before we dive into that, we always ask about the retrospective. So what's your favorite retrospective format and why?
Yeah. So during my years as Scrum Master, I tried to find many different ways to have a retrospective because I like it mainly. And one of my favorite one is one retrospective called Turn the Table. I don't know if you know it, Vasco.
I don't think I do. Please describe that.
Okay, maybe it's more difficult to describe than do it. I can send you also the link. Basically, the why I like it, because it's really simple. You can do with the team, and it's simple to structure the retrospective because the retrospective is following the different stages. And is based on communication. So you have 4 post-it and 2 are green and 2 are red. You have to write down on this post-it 2, let's say, improvement things and 2 things that you are thankful for, or the things that, yes, they are going well in the team. Then you have to pass these 2 post-it, the green one on the left and the red one on the right. The cool thing is that when you write down the thing, you can use only 1 or 2 words. So the other people that are receiving this post-it, they have to imagine reading only 1 or 2 words what you want to say. So I really like it because can be very helpful to understand the level of communication between the different team members. It's funny because at the end you vote if the other person understood well what it was written in the post-it, and it's really helpful for a junior Scrum Master because using this format you can follow the different stages of a retrospective. So I really like it. I also like it using some board game during retrospective. I don't know if you know a game called Dixit. Do you know, Vasco?
I don't know. I'll put the link on the show notes because I'm sure many of our listeners have heard about it. But for those that haven't, can you give us a short description?
Yeah, so it's a really beautiful game. So you have this card, beautiful painted card, showing some beautiful image and also strange image. So you can use this card to gather data, for example, or to do a quick setting the stage. You put this card on the table and the people can pick one or two and then describe why they pick this card, describing the feeling during the sprint or a problem that they faced during the sprint. And also it's very funny because you should look at the card to understand better. The cards are really dreamy and funny cards. And also if you buy the board game, you can play with your son if you have it. So I'm doing actually.
Absolutely. I'll have to take a look at the game because being a father to teenagers, I definitely need all the help I can get them to talk to me.
Exactly. Could be useful.
So, Stefania, now we turn our attention into what you define as success for Scrum Master. So share with us, what's your definition for a successful outcome of the Scrum Master's work?
So this is the question. Because when I started working also as a manager of other Scrum Master, this is the question I asked to myself and also I asked to the people I'm working with. What is the value? What is the value the Scrum Master are bringing? Also because I'm sure that you did. If you check the job description, the company that are looking for Scrum Master, you can find very different job description. And you can find, at least in Italy, you can find job description where there is only the title as Scrum Master, but if you read the description, they are looking for a project manager or a developer or a team leader. They are not looking for a Scrum Master. So I think there is no clarity still. There is no clarity about this role. And I think that there is no clarity because it's a very difficult role that can put together different aspects. The most important one for me is the definition of a successful Scrum Master is very linked to the team. So if the team is able to be self-organized, you are doing a good job as a Scrum Master. But because there are many different factors that can help the team to be self-organized, like the environment, cultural, the company you are working with, the people that are forming the team, the different dynamics, also the technology. So it's very difficult to define. I think that you are doing a good job if you are able, after, let's say, some months or years, it depends on the different factor I listed before, you are able to do a step back from the team. So if you are working with a team for, let's say, 1 year, and you are still doing the same thing you were doing 1 year before, there is something that is not working. Obviously, it depends if the team is changed and so on. But if the team is stable, the domain is stable, you are working with them for 6 months, 1 year, something could, should, must change, I think. So how you can do? I think one of the recipe I found is to start the discussion with the team. So to help them understanding why to be self-organized is important. And when I say with the team, obviously, in the team there are also the product owner and the tech leader if there is. So all the stakeholder, all the team, the whole team. And another part is to be a trainer, because you cannot help the team to be self-organized if the team and also the other stakeholder are not a clear expectation about what does it mean to be self-organized. So you should be able to also train the company, train the team, train the stakeholder to help having a same understanding about the value to be self-organized. And if you are doing a good job, maybe you can work with more team to coach them, or maybe you can spend more time at sea. Maybe not now because it's forbidden, but anyway, to be
but soon, we hope.
Exactly, soon. So, but my idea is to do this step back and to let the team understand why it's important to be self-organized.
Absolutely. It's quite a lot to think about. So thank you very much for sharing that with us, Stefania.
No problem. Thank you.
Part of a successful Scrum Master job is to help the product owner. Tomorrow we explore that critical role in Scrum, the product owner role. Tune in to learn about product owner anti-patterns, what you can do to help the product owner, and a real-life example of what a great product owner is and what made it so. Tomorrow on our Friday Product Owner episode. See you tomorrow. We really hope you liked our show. And if you did, why not rate this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes? Share this podcast and let other Scrum Masters know about this valuable resource for their work. Remember that sharing is caring.